Hello again, Struck. Welcome back to another evening of streaming, or it could be day, or it could be morning where you are. Welcome back to, well, me streaming Torchlight 3, trying to get the Ancient Ember Boots and the Frostwoe Shield. I mean, if I don't get it today, so be it. I'm gonna just make the build without them. But I really want those, at least the boots. I want at least the boots for the build. I've been grinding in Magic Legends again today. Managed to get another hero to 30. I mean, not hero, another class to 30. So now I have 4 out of 5 30 level classes in Magic Legends. And the other one I started, the Beast Cover, is 6-7 or something like that. Wait, I went offline. I clicked, I went online, I need to go offline. Yeah, back to that Dusk Mage Bane. This Bane brings the pain, but not as much as I would want it to. But to a certain extent it does bring the pain.
Is that all?
Another day, another
Right, back to that grind. Dividing live wire.
so decisive.
Not a bad start, maybe. Just a maybe.
Think they made a cutscene for that one? Seen it before. That doesn't sound so tough. Sweet. I just finished tightening up the graphics on that level.
Do we go Hive it or do we go Goblins? I'm probably gonna start with Goblins because it's a
Hack and warp on back.
bit easier to deal with them. Unless there's some terribly annoying monster mods, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, look at this guy traveling from the other end of the screen to me. He came to get his punishment, so I don't have to chase him. Yeah, I think dividing is a good start today with the dividing goblins map. And Harry Kynes says good evening. Good evening, Harry Kynes. Welcome to my stream. Nice seeing you here. See? Let's see. No champs here. Let's keep moving until we find some champs. Only chumps, no champs. I'm pretty sure I've missed a champ or two over there, so I'm gonna quickly go back. Oh, yeah, it's this thing. Yeah, there's gotta be at least one group of champions, maybe even two. There we go, second one. nice.
You are overloaded. Your pack is full.
Time to manage my inventory. Harry says, now I realize how bad I am in Torchlight. Really? What makes you say so? What could be different the way you do it compared to how I do it? My mage is strong in a way. I mean, it could be better if I had better gear. In terms of damage, because that's my weapon though, 8200. But yeah, I've also synergized it in an interesting way. It's an interesting build, this one. If you've noticed, I'm not even using my Arachnid Assault. So I'm not using the Relic Ultimate. This is what I'm talking about. See, I've only got 20 points in Bane. 24 light, 26 dark skills. You bought the game a month ago. It's fine, I mean, everyone learns. I'm pretty sure I was a terrible noob when the game first... when I first played the game in the alpha, it took me a while to figure out some things. Although I play a lot of those games, so... I've played the first part, I've played the second part, I've played the Diablo games, I've played Dungeon Siege, Sacred, Grim Dawn, and all sorts of other ARPG, isometric looter games. So even when I'm new to a game, it's still not that completely new experience when you encounter a new game genre for the first time. But in general, those games have some rules, and in most games resistance helps you survive, defense resistance. And then in most games flat damage is great, together with some crit chance crit damage. You have disconnects very often, interesting. What country are you playing from? Maybe they just haven't sorted some of the servers. Your name seems a little bit German or Austrian, but maybe it just sounds that way. You only have disconnects in Torchlight. Yeah, exactly. They might have problems with some of their servers. Right now, when I'm playing offline, no server-related issues. But when I play on the servers, sometimes I have some skill delays, some rubber bands, super bad loading screens, desyncing. My stash tabs don't load up immediately, sometimes for a few minutes. 300k DSL. Oh, this doesn't tell me much. 300k. Does it mean 300 megabit?
Your pack is full.
Do people still use DSL? 300 megabits. Okay, 300 megabits is pretty damn good. I mean, this game doesn't use as much connection as you might give it. I mean, I'm on 80 megabits and I can handle streaming, playing, and maybe even watching a video in the background if I decide to without it lagging. So it's not the internet, it's just the game doesn't use your resources. The servers, they have a lot of problems with the servers recently. Since around Christmas, I've been noticing some deterioration on the server stability and performance. Not sure what happened around there other than the game going on sale around the 21st, 22nd and Xbox Game Pass, but I don't think Xbox Game Pass should have anything to do with the PC servers, unless they're on the same exact server, on the same rack, but different nodes on the same rack, which is completely possible. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if all European servers are on the same node, on the same rack. I mean, whether it's Xbox or PC or PlayStation or Switch, wouldn't be surprised if they're hosted on the same server rack. And maybe that could have resulted, or maybe, I don't know, something's happening though, something seriously bad. When I play online and I go to my fort and I open my stash, I would need a few minutes for my stash tabs to even load up. Sometimes they won't load up and I would need to go to a different place with a stash, like a passage, where I can open the stash through the fort of someone else, and then it might end up loading, but sometimes even that doesn't help. And I've reported this, I've given them my log files back in December when I said I had some problems with the desyncing, that it's getting silly. They asked me to send them log files and I did. Not sure if they looked into it because I haven't seen any information, any hot fixes. And now I'm forced to play offline because I reached the limit of heroes on the online server. And since I'm all about testing new builds and new combinations, I just ran out of space. I don't feel like deleting my old heroes just for the sake of testing new relics, new class sub-class combos. You saw that something is listed as bug but not fixed in June 2020. Well, they did fix rubber banding in June. Actually, they fixed it in July or August, somewhere around there. They fixed some super seriously bad rubber banding during the early access. So in the early access we had some terrible rubber banding, which, like, my hero is here, then it's here, and then it's here again, and then it's here again. That's how bad it was, especially in multiplayer. But they fixed that. They have actually fixed it, and then in December it became bad again. So in August or late July we did have some serious fixes for the rubber banding, and we didn't even have the desyncing at all, just the rubber banding. Oh, wrong place. But then, as I said, now it's back. The rubber banding and the desyncing started appearing. Braden says, is it really worth it to use equipment with gear work? Or is it better to just have better equipment and kill enemies faster? I think it's better to just kill enemies faster, because just think of it this way. The Tree of Work gives you 5% at max level. Playing on Ridiculous gives you 20%. Being in a gear working map gives you 50. That's 75%. The limit is 100. So just by that you get 75% out of 100. And then if you consider something like this another 20%, boom, 95% gear work. Without even considering gear work in items. So you can easily cap it, very easily cap it without worrying too much about gear work in your items. And if you have a person in your team, that's 15% gear work for both of you as long as you're near each other. So you don't even need items in the Legendarium for gear work to cap it, as long as you play with another person. As for tips for leveling, my one top tip for leveling is use Scrolls of Wifebound on your weapon, and on your weapon only. And every 2-3 levels try to get a new better blue weapon or green weapon with more flat damage. Damage is super important while leveling up. Obviously defense is good as well, but you're gonna have a bad time if you try to manage your defenses while leveling. It's gonna be impossible to have perfect defenses. So try to not get hit, play safe, especially if you're a ranged class like Mage, Sharpshooter or a Cannon Forged. You can use your distance as much as you can and just focus on damage rather than survivability. And use Crow of Wivebound on the best weapon you can get, and always keep a spare weapon. If you're wife binding a weapon, always make sure to have something as close as you can get it to the damage of your current weapon before you wife bound it. So every 2-3 levels you would want to change your weapon. You might want to use the Gambler. The Gambler could help you by just gambling for one-handed weapon, and I would say using a shield would really help while leveling. I normally use one-handed plus shield, or on a mage I use one-handed and focus if I have problems with the mana while leveling. A focus item is not a bad choice, but the shield is great for your survivability, and it can in a way make up for some of the terrible defense you would have while leveling up, because you're not getting high defense items. And as long as you keep gambling for one-handed weapons every few levels, if you don't find a better one. I mean, if you keep finding good one-handed weapons, that's fine. You don't need to waste your gold on gambling. But gambling for one-handed weapons is how I try to make up for not having enough damage. And don't fight enemies more than 2-3 levels higher than you. If you find yourself fighting enemies 3-4 levels higher than you, then stop. Maybe do a Mapworks portal, maybe redo one of the zones you've done that are around your level. It's just much more pleasant if you're fighting enemies around your level and maybe maximum 2 levels higher. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about your first playthrough, or maybe is it an out that you're leveling? If you're rushing, if you're leveling an out and you want to rush it as quick as possible, there's like a different approach, and most likely you would be getting out leveled quickly if you rush. And maybe it would be better if you really find yourself super out level to just open up a Mapworks portal and do it quickly, maybe do another one and then continue with the story, or try and push through the story. You played World of Warcraft for a long time. Okay, I have no idea why dodging is important there, because when I played it was long ago, probably 10 years ago when I played World of Warcraft, maybe even 12 years ago or so. On some sort of a private server, even high rate private server, and yeah, it wasn't to my liking. But I'm assuming dodging, the way you said it, leads me to believe physical dodge is nice there. Well, thankfully with the Dusk Mage you actually can have 2 mobility skills. Here that's Luminous Run, and then there's Shadow Step. I normally only use Shadow Step, but when I have a free slot I don't mind using Luminous Run as well. And thanks as well, Harry, for the follow. Welcome to the Struck Club to you. Okay. have a bunch of maps saved up, but you don't want to use them because the gear you find is weaker than in dungeons. The dungeon level is about 84. Should you take the time to use your maps anyway? Well, if you need items for your legendarium, not to equip, but to put in the legendarium, the mapworks portals are nice. If you want to keep pushing the Fazir, obviously you would want some Fazir items. But yeah, if you're missing some legendary items, specific legendary items, and you're bored of doing the Fazir, you want to do something easy and quick, mapworks are not a bad choice. Because you can probably, with good Fazir weapons and other items, you can probably speedrun those mapworks portals. And if you still need stuff for the legendarium, it's not so bad, because it's still something. I mean, it's still better to have the item for your legendarium than not have it and try farming for it in things that take much longer to finish. And you never know, maybe they would get rid of the Fazir challenge bonus and make a better system where mapworks and alpaca level items are actually worth it to equip. See ya, Harry. Thanks for stopping by, Harry. Enjoy your dinner. And nice having you here. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see, Brayden says I have a... Oh yeah, I actually already read that about the maps. Okay, I'm caught up to the chat. Nice. Actually, why am I fighting those? Let's only stop when there's champs, like now. This one survived. Okay, send the pet. I gotta be careful with the plague bearer. Didn't realize there was one. Okay. There we go. And this map's cleared. Let's go to the boss fight now. And what happens if I have two items on that bolt shock for different amounts? Do they add? Yes, it adds together. It adds the amount of damage that it shocks for. It adds the amount of duration, and it adds the chance. So the chance gets higher. Additive, not multiplicative, but additive. So let's say 30 plus 30 chance would be 60. And let's say 50 plus 50 weapon damage would be 100. So if this one is... actually, I need to make this chance to poison. Let's show you. This chance to bleed right now. It shouldn't be chance to bleed, it should be chance to poison. I've been trying to get it. Damn, I'm gonna run out of materials, obviously. Fucking RNG, there we go, finally. So yeah, if I have this 39.3% chance to poison, and let's try and find maybe a weapon with chance to poison, if I've even got one, so I can show you what happens. Okay, here we go. We have a weapon with chance to poison. I'm gonna show you what happens now, so you have an idea. So pay attention to this thing here. Poison chance 39, 2.1 second duration, and 51% poison damage. Without it, it's 0. Now I'm gonna put this 37.4 poison chance and 47.7 base damage and 2 second duration. So this should go to 4.1 duration. And you can see the chance goes to 77. The limit is 80%, by the way. So the chance goes to 77 and the damage went from 51 to 99% weapon damage, base damage. Base damage, it means it says base damage, but it means weapon damage, which is basically what base and weapon damage refers to. It's the damage here, this thing plus this thing, or anything else you have there. So in my case it would be a 1.1, 5.9 and 1.2, the sum of those. This is base damage, weapon damage. And when you combine the base and weapon damage with crit chance and crit damage, you get this attack and you get this thing here, the appropriate DPS. Okay, I don't need this sword, so I'm gonna dismantle that one. So yeah, they're additive. That's what I wanted to show you. They just get added. There's no diminishing returns or anything in terms of chance, in terms of base damage, and in terms of duration. But the chance is capped at 80%.
Well chosen.
The passive that gives you chance to shock on the electrode also is additive to this one.
So tough.
Let's do this map. It is the same with pets, yes. If it's chance to shock on the pet, like an item that gives your pet X chance to shock or X chance to do some other things, it would work in the same way. It will be additive. Right, there we go. No worries, thanks for asking. Maybe someone else needed that info as well, so always happy to share the knowledge. Okay, we got one of the buffs. I'm gonna try and summon some enemies. Champions, there we go, that's what we were waiting for. Okay, not bad. Keep going. Spawn. And another spawn. Wait, did it teleport? Yeah, it teleported. Sneaky blinky monsters. I'm gonna try and group up three packs together. 4 packs together? Can we do it? No token. Not so bad. This one's chance to blind, this one's chance to stun. Well, blind, stun, they're both okay. A bit more left until we clear the whole map. I'm thinking of clearing it because it already dropped one item sometimes. Sometimes when I see an item dropping, I stay in the map until I've cleared it. In case another one, in case it's a lucky map. And bullshit pointless superstitions in a way. Let's see, okay, those spawns. Ah. Right, that works okay. Too many nether wells. Oh, and now they spawned some minions. Haven't looted much this map. Maybe let's start picking up stuff on the way to the portal. Over here. Oh. Right on time. That was that was a close one. Almost got me.
You feel much healthier. You are overburdened.
Kind of overstayed in that circle for the extra damage. Braden says, if I'm at 45% chance to shock, would you prioritize getting another 35% shock and damage or an additional 2 bolts fired? I wouldn't get another chance to shock for sure. It depends, what type of item are we talking about? What item are we talking about, so I can tell you what I would want to put there. 45% chance to shock is pretty good, and I mean, first of all, what build? What relic? Are you playing Electrode? Because if you're playing Electrode, you can always get extra chance to shock from the passive skill. It all depends on the build, and whether shock bolts would be better for you or not. Keep in mind shock bolts count as procs, and procs cannot trigger other procs. So there's that. And shock bolts on boss fights are pretty much useless unless the boss has spawns. If it's just you and the boss 1v1, there isn't much use of shock bolts. But there won't be use of chance to shock as well, because you're gonna be shocking with, if not the first, the second hit most times, with 45% chance. But for example, if you can choose things like flat damage, crit chance, crit damage, that might be better than extra shock bolts. Or maybe chance to do another ailment, that might also be nice. I guess it really depends what build you're playing, what relic, is it a proc monster build, is it not, what skills you're using. There are a lot of variables there. And welcome back, Nerd Gamer, nice seeing you again. Last Epoch patch 081 official overview, they just released a video. If someone's interested, I'm gonna give you the link. I've just opened it. Let's click share, copy. Oh, and there's already one dislike. Who the hell already disliked that video? This video. Some people, the video has just released like a few seconds ago, and there's someone already hating on it. Man, some people, some people out there, they're hardcore haters. But yeah, that video might be interesting. I'm gonna watch it later. You're doing my Zealot Dusk Mage. Oh, for the Zealot Dusk Mage, I'm assuming you probably have the skills the same way I do. Let me remember how I had the skills. I'm gonna go to my screenshots. Torchlight 3 early access, Dusk Mage builds, Absolver Zealot 2.0. So you're probably using the regular version, maybe. So you see, in this setup I had Tingling Sensation at 5 points. And I'm assuming this 45% chance to shock is with Tingling Sensation 5 points. And keep in mind, extra shock bolts does not give you shock bolts here. So it only gives you shock bolts when you shock an enemy. I wouldn't say shock bolts is better, and I wouldn't say chance to shock is better either. It all depends on what weapon you're wondering where to put that. So the best thing to tell me is which weapon are you trying to add chance to shock or shock bolts. Because shock bolts are not going to be your main DPS source, and shock bolts cannot trigger lightning strike. So there's that. And shock bolt damage from the arc powered pants. Do I have those here to show you? See, this shock bolt damage 25 plus 25 is only for shock bolts when you shock an enemy. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Ideally, they would make it so that shock bolts from the lightning bower, so that shock bolts from what's its name, Conjure Electrode, shock bolts from Living Barrier, they would make it ideally that those also benefit from that extra 50% damage. Right now it doesn't, but if it gets changed, this would be very good considering on an Absolver Zealot build for extra damage to the Electrode shock bolts. Right now it's just the regular chance to shock bolts. But yeah, I need to know what item we're talking about. If it's a weapon, the best thing you can get is either flat damage or X% damage to Absolver on that setup. Or X levels to Absolver. X levels to Absolver would be pretty good. If you get 3, 4, 5, etc. levels to Absolver, much more useful than extra shock bolts, much more useful than extra chance to shock if you're already at 45%, and much more useful than 35%. Maybe not more useful than 35% damage to Observer, but that percentage to Observer you can only get on armor, on chest, shoulder, and leg armor. So it's just not in the pool of those things. Ideally you get chance to shock in the shield, and you get chance to shock from tingling sensation, and that should be enough. And if you have enough chance to shock from the shield and level 1 tingling sensation, then you can just keep it that way. Tingling sensation level 1, and then you have extra skill points to spend. Or you can just keep tingling sensation 5 and chance to shock from the shield, and that's not bad. For the sword, priority number 1 flat damage, priority number 2 if you have good crit chance, crit damage, if not then X levels to Absolver. That's gonna be for you. X levels to Absolver would be pretty decent. Get 20% extra weapon damage, so if I do 609% weapon damage, with 4 levels to Absolver that goes to 700 and something. Which is pretty decent, getting that extra 100% weapon damage for like 4 levels of Absolver. And since you're pushing the Phasier, you can probably get 5 or 6 levels to Absolver eventually. But priority number 1 would be flat damage, and then things like Absolver levels or crit damage, or crit chance if you need it. Ideally you won't need crit chance, because you can get crit chance from the pet and crit chance from the boots, the Woods Beast Sandals. The Woods Beast Sandals gives you 25, the pet gives you 15. That's your cap. And that's if you're not putting skill points into light and dark skills crit chance. Because in the Absolver Zealot, if I'm not mistaken, I actually included those. Let me check again. Okay, you have damage. You have 10% crit chance to dark skills. You don't have to light skills, but you can remove 4 points from here and keep that at 1 point and put 4 points here if you want extra crit chance. If you want extra crit chance to light skills. If you don't want the crit chance to light skills, let's say you're using the Woods Beast Sandals and you're using the Deadlier Strikes. Another good thing you could do is taking those 4 points, keeping this at level 1, and then putting 4 points here for extra relic skill damage for this and this. Although right now, unfortunately, I think this relic skill damage from Luminous Rune would not improve the damage on Lightning Strike, only Conjure Electrode 10,000 volt burst. So it's not that big of a deal right now. I really hope they fix it, or maybe it's not broken, it's just not intended. But I really hope they reconsider and make it that the relic skill damage affects passives, such as this, things that are procs and passives on the relic side of things, not just the active relic skills. You see, it doesn't say active relic skill damage. It says multiplier to relic skills, but it doesn't say active. And I don't think it should say active. I think it just should be propagated to the passive skills on the relic. The same way they made this change. They made this 10% cooldown reduction instead of 10% cooldown to Dusk Mage skills. And now this gives me cooldown reduction 2 seconds, which is 10% for this one. And it gives me cooldown to all sorts of item granted skills. Which added a little bit more weight to that passive. And I like it. I like how they've added weight to that. Those passives definitely need more weight, and I'm happy that they made this change for the cooldown, at least on Dusk Mage. Maybe with the next patch this change would be added to the other classes for their equivalent skill passives. But yeah, I think every class needs that change to the relic skills to not be just relic active skill damage.
You can't cast that here.
'Cause it makes sense, If it says relic skills damage, to expect your relic passive procs to get stronger. Alright, there we go. This one survived. Where was it? I thought he was fighting me where the others were. You're doing the Dark Spears variant. What does it mean, Dark Spears variant? You mean the Energy Spike variant? This one? Is that the one you're referring to? The one where you're not using Entropy, but you're using Energy Spike as a cooldown skill. Yeah, the Entropy version is great if you get the item for Entropy. If you get that item that makes Entropy a cooldown skill. So with the Energy Spike version, where did I put it? With the Energy Spike version, you only have 4 points here, which still gives you the Dark Skills damage. And there are some things you can change if you don't want Dark Skills crit chance. Let's say you don't want Dark Skills crit chance. You can remove those 4 points and put 4 points here, 2 points here, 2 points here. That's one suggestion that I think you would really love. In fact, I strongly suggest you test it, removing those 4 points and putting 2 here and the other 2 here. So you get extra 2 levels for Absolver, which is extra points, and then alternatively, as I mentioned, you might wanna consider removing 4 points from this one and keeping it at level 1 and losing some chance to shock, but retaining that duration, and then maybe putting those points maybe here. Or putting 1 point here and then some points into Energizer. So 1 point here, 3 points Energizer is not a bad choice either. You can't... Oh, just a moment. Wait. I forgot I hid it. So that's what I'm talking about. Here, you can remove the 4 points from Entropy and put those 4 points from Entropy, 2 points into Absolver, 2 points into Energy Spike. And then you can remove 4 points from Tingling Sensation, keep it as a 1 pointer. You're still gonna retain the duration, not just less chance. And then you can put, from those 4 points you take here, you can put 1 point here and 3 points into Energizer. So you can generate energy much quicker. And have some more spamminess. That is one way to do it. Another way to do it is, instead of putting 1 point here, 3 points here, you can put 4 points here. Or instead of putting 1 point here, 3 points here, or 4 points here, you can just put 4 points here. There is a lot of flexibility when it comes to the final 8, 10, etc. points of a build. And this is a very good example, this Absolver Zealot kind of combo. You're already doing one of the versions where it is, but yeah, try it. But the first thing I strongly suggest trying is removing the 4 points from Entropy and putting 2 points in Absolver and then 2 points into this. Or 2 points into Absolver and 2 points here, if you don't rely on this for damage as much. Definitely try getting 2 points into Absolver for that little bit of extra damage. You're gonna get around 50% extra weapon damage on the Absolver tooltip without buffs, without harmonic form and things like that considered. The more X% damage to Absolver items you have, the better the gain will be, I guess, for you. So it depends on your gear, but in the worst case scenario, where you don't have damage to Absolver items, you would probably get 40 something, 45-6% extra weapon damage on the Absolver tooltip. Send the pet to sell.
Your pack is full.
Let's see.
Your pack is too heavy. Your pack is too heavy. You can't carry anymore.
Okay, what do I need to do in this mission? Oh yeah, the jailer. Let's get him. But that's one of the things I like about Dusk Mage. There's many viable ways to make one. Even if you're talking one build of mine, I try to at least give you 3-4 versions of how to make it with those last 10 points. And it's not just Dusk Mage, but Dusk Mage has a lot of combos. I think with Dusk Mage there isn't one thing I don't like at all. I mean, the only thing that I don't rely on damage is Spirit Well. But I can make a build around Unholy Bolt, around Energy Spike, around Entropy, Holy Fury, Radiant Blast, Holy Bolt, Absolver. This and this are obviously not meant to be centerpieces to build around. Although there are some weird builds with the Blast Butt and Luminous Run, but it's still not gonna be the centerpiece. And this and this are obviously, and this as well, not centerpieces where you would get the most of the damage from them, because they either don't do damage, or if they do, it's not major damage. But they are good utility support skills. For one reason or another you would want those in certain builds. Obviously another thing you might want to consider is this thing I'm doing right now. It's the easy mode, cheesy, super DPS Dusk Mage combo. Consecration, it doesn't even have to be leveled up, but putting 1 point into Consecration to give you that extra radius is not bad. And then Spirit Well, it doesn't have to be leveled up. If you have room on your skill bar, you can do it. And basically what you do is you do Spirit Well and then boom, Consecration, and you already have extra damage bonus. You already have 4 out of the maximum 5 stacks of 15% damage. That's the easy cheesy mode damage gain for Dusk Mages. But you need to make sure the minions, the netherlings are inside Consecration, otherwise you won't get as much damage bonus. I intentionally didn't use it in all of my builds, because it would be boring if all of my builds tell people use this, it's the meta. But if you want the meta, that's it. If you want the big meta for the mage, that's the easy cheesy mode. You can add it to any build. You don't even need to level them up. You can just level them through the extra item levels from the celestial set. Why haven't I found the jailer? I'm assuming he's hiding somewhere here, maybe.
You are overloaded.
I think what would be fun is if they make consecration follow you around like an aura, and maybe just reduce the radius a bit, or even if they keep it that with that radius. But yeah, it's not fun on a class like a Dusk Mage to have a skill that forces you into standing in one place. I mean, ranged classes, they're supposed to be moving. They're supposed to be played while you move around. Blink, do some damage in that place. Blink, do some damage in the other place. That's why I don't like using this combo much. For this build, it fits, and I intentionally used it. But I really wish they would rework Consecration to be an aura, the same way this one is an aura, and Bloodseekers and Snowstorm and so on. Something similar that follows you around. That would be the better thing to do. And then allies that are next to you could get the bonus. Yasek says, passing by to say hi. Now I'm back to Grim Dawn a little after 5 years break. Oh, enjoyed. If you want my recommendation for mods to try the mod called Dawn of Masteries. My brother plays it. He's praising that mod. I can actually give you a link. Just a moment. I think that's the link. If you're into testing mods, try this one out. It has some of the best quality of wife options. It's actually a mod combo. It has a lot of mods included in one place. It has masteries from all sorts of different things, and it has one of the best quality of wives. So yeah, you might want to check this one if you're doing Grim Dawn. It is amazing. 21 playing Grim Dawn, this is my recommendation. If you want something that's like a different game completely. It's not completely a different game, you're still playing the same game, but it's so much different than just playing the vanilla version. And it's not that the vanilla version is bad. If you've gotten bored with the vanilla version, this one would be nice for you. If you want to play something different, and if you want to mess around with some weird combos of skills from one class and another class, and you have the Diablo 2 classes, the Diablo 3 classes, Titan Quest, etc. classes, and there are just so many things there. Alright, let's wrap this map quickly. And that's why I like games with modding. Maybe the game might be great, but with modding it becomes even better. And a game that's right now, I wouldn't call Torchlight 3 bad, but I wouldn't call it great either. It's okay. And I think if people were to start making mods for Torchlight 3, from an okay game it can become a great game if someone makes some extensive mods for the offline version. And the first thing Torchlight 3 needs is a multiplayer mod for the offline heroes. That would be the best thing that can happen to this game. A multiplayer game for the offline heroes, and then maybe people can realize there's a ton of potential to start modding when you know you can play multiplayer. Or maybe the devs can do it. If the devs can implement a lobby based multiplayer for the offline mode heroes, but I don't think they would want to waste their time with that. But I really hope someone does Grim Dawn style a multiplayer mod for Torchlight 3 for the offline version. And then people start making mods that bring maybe classes and masteries and stuff from other games, other skills. I mean, the Unreal Engine has a lot of possibilities in regards to what can be done. If modding was easy, I wouldn't mind working on some simple mod for the game, for sandboxing. Just basically all I want to make is an NPC. I want an NPC and that sells you every single one of those items here, every single legendary item in the game, that you can get it by either exchanging some things or maybe exchanging some sort of things that maybe you get from killing champions and bosses, just for sandboxing. And I wouldn't mind making myself a personal one that sells me those for free, so I can just theory craft and test things offline. That would be amazing for testing purposes in the offline mode. That way I wouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now. I've been playing this hero for how many days? Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days of streaming this hero. So February the 10th, 11th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th. So yeah, that's a lot of streaming. So only February the 12th. Oh, actually, I didn't post, but so that's 9 days. 9 days, because I also played and streamed on the 12th of February. I just forgot to post on the Torchlight Discord. So 9 days already, and I still haven't gotten one of the 2 items I need. So you can see how I'm kind of, I don't feel good about this, how bad it is. And if there was a mod that I can use to help me get those items easier and quicker, focus farm those items, it would have saved me a lot of time and trouble. If I knew how to make one, I will, but yeah. I think mod support can be very good for this game. This game as a base, as a foundation, it has some amazing things, amazing qualities. So give it to a talented modder and they can do what the devs haven't been able to, and that would be pretty nice. Let's see. And the worst thing is I'm not even trying to get a meta min-maxed version of those items. I just want the items to drop. Even if they drop with the shittiest stats. Even if I get boots that give me health regeneration, gold work, etc. I just need them to drop so I can equip it in the legendarium or whatever, or wear it with shit stats so I can get him relic and make the build feel complete.
You can't cast that spell here.
Because playing this build like right now is like an eclair without the custard inside. That's what playing this build feels. You're missing the core component, the feeling of the eclair. maybe that's an interesting analogy, but it's kind of true. Right now, playing this build without the core thing that makes it what it is, the imbue relic, feels kind of incomplete. I mean, it still works, it's still fine, but the centerpiece boost is missing. Being able to do twice as many venomous maw casts. Because right now, how many can I do? Let me check. I think I can do 10, 11 casts. Maybe 10. With full mana. Let's get my mana full. Not mana, energy. Let's get my energy full. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, yeah, 10 casts. If I had Imbue Relic, that would have been 20 casts. This also gave me another 2 casts worth of. So Imbue Relic is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Come on. Alright, let's level it up. Okay, got those. Anything left to sell, get rid of? Maybe collect some contract rewards while we're at it. And drink some water. At least we pulled the legendary. Pull the legendary out of the bag. Arc power boots, not great, but at least it is a legendary. Okay, let's do it like that.
Well chosen.
No.
That doesn't sound so tough.
No. Shifting shackles, terrible. design for a map affix.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What will it be? I mean, what could go wrong?
Seriously, there isn't anything good to do? Let's go down to blazing then.
Think you can take it?
Plague bearer, fuck. I don't like plague bearer.
I've got one of those.
Plague bearer is overpowered. It should trigger on pets and minions. It shouldn't ignore your pets and minions as if they don't exist. And only trigger when it gets close to you.
Well chosen.
It makes no sense for plague bearer to be able to distinguish between player, minion and pet.
Before venturing forth.
We're all enemies to the monster that has plague bearer, so why does it go after the player only? I'm not sure which one to do. I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, look at the
Can't do that. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Okay, this one got melted pretty quickly. Would be stopped. Well, at least it's a legendary drop. I mean, it's not the perfect legendary drop, but it is. At least it's dropping. Was not expecting drops in this map, to be honest. Come on, drop.
You can't do that. It's waiting.
So maybe tomorrow will be the last day of farming. If I don't get by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow's stream, the Ancient Ember boots, and ideally the Frost Wall, but the boots are more important. I'm gonna make the build as it is, without Imbue Relic. But yeah, I'm gonna give it some more time. I'm gonna test tomorrow again. One last day of trying to get that item. Just because tomorrow I don't have time to make the video tomorrow. I need to play Magic Legends to level up that hero to level 30. The Beast Power. It's the only one I haven't leveled to 30 yet. Otherwise I would have made it tomorrow, but since the alpha is limited, I want to do as much as I can before it goes away, so I can test as much as possible. Let's check here.
You can't do that. You can't cast that spell here.
Okay. Ancient Ember Helmet, second time it's dropping. Not the boots, not the boots though, not the damn boots. But 2 legendaries, 1 map, pretty decent. So, I need to compare this helmet and this helmet. Radiant Blast, Shadow Step, Electric.
Your pet has arrived.
This one gives me defense, this one gives me evasion. Next.
If you think you can take it,
This one maybe.
but can you do it with one arm tied behind your back? You're
Is there something with zombies and skeletons? I wanna do a graveyard map.
makes me strangely hungry. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Let's do this one.
This won't hurt much.
Getting too warm just a moment. Oh, it's the machine works. The machine works. Let me just quickly stretch a bit. Okay. This way first. This map I'm probably gonna clear out every single green enemy in that map. Okay. Didn't know there's gonna be another one here. Wait, is it just me or was there more over here? Oh yeah, there is more. I almost missed it. But unfortunately no spawn, so shouldn't have come back. Pernicious pumps. Let's pump it up now. There we go, I'll drop. Poison warding. Well, some food, some nutrients for nutrients for the tree of work. I'm getting some extra essence drops. The pet needs to go on sale now. Definitely not doing a basic attack build anytime soon.
You can't cast that spell here.
They silenced my Absolver. Wait, I picked another one. What happened? I picked two. Oh, it was probably a recipe. It was a spectacle. I'm loving how many green enemies we can find in this one, in this machine works design layout. Did the pet return? Oh, it just returned. Oh, come on. What of radiant bust items. What is it with this map and plague bearer enemies? There is quite a few of them. Could there be another green here? Maybe, I guess not. It was worth testing though, maybe there will be more. Oh, was that yeah, another plague bearer? As I was saying, too many plague bearers in this map. Maybe it's too many of everything. I'm just noticing the plague bearers because they're annoying. Circle stage. Two. Can I group 3 together? Let's hope I can. Interesting, I was expecting an enemy to spawn there. I'm gonna try and make a big group of enemies. Okay, let's go back. Did the other one go back? Okay, it's here. I couldn't get the big guy to join those, unfortunately. That goes so. See, the big guy got stuck here. The trench Resner. Ah. The swope. All right.
That spell cannot be cast. Your pet has returned.
That was a long map and it's still not over. Just look at how many more greens I'm encountering. Ah, another plague bearer.
You can't cast that spell here.
Such a big map.
It's trapped.
Should be going to the mini dungeon. Gainer's green room. Who is Gainer? I haven't looked at the credits, but maybe there's Death that has Gainer as their surname or as a nickname. They have Gainer. Or maybe they ran out of ideas of using dev names and decided to just to put some random name for this one. Because most of those mini dungeons are named after some of the deaths, some people from the team.
You can't do that here.
Let's try and pull this one here. It's not coming, is it? This guy, he keeps getting stuck in some sort of a weird not semi, let's say mid-air pose, stuck in the middle of a charge or attack, as if he froze. At least we're starting to be able to kind of predict how much more of this map is left. Just those little few places there. So let's say 3-4 more minutes of this map. I can see the end of it. One more legendary before the map ends would be really good. Are we gonna get lucky? Maybe. Trying to trigger as many spawns as possible, but I guess that's the limit of green spawns. Yeah, I don't think there's any more green enemies left. From here. Oh, and look at that, I'm so close to harmonic form. Even if I tried to make it, I wouldn't get it this close. Pretty nice coincidence. Now my gold coins are back to 30 something after wasting a bunch on the shield.
You can't carry anymore. Your inventory is full.
Oh, such a long map. I need a quick one now. A quick map. The next one will be rushed. And I will enter the portal as soon as it's open.
Your pet has returned.
Oh, and that reminds me. Let's feed the tree.
If you think
Now.
you can take it. Oh, so tough.
Maybe.
Well chosen.
Let's just do it. Quadrupled potion cooldown. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. From 5 it went to 25 seconds. Which is more of a quintupled, not quadrupled, but alright.
Cast that spell.
Come on. Oh, that was a quick melt.
That spell can't be cast. You can't use that spell.
Okay, there we go. I'm getting so used to having 2 mobility skills. I'm gonna be missing Luminous Run when I get Imbue Relic, but just gonna play differently then. Less in the middle of the action, more keeping my distance and spamming spider missiles. Oh, there we go. Oh, the speedy guys. Yeah, let's kill them and they, before they can reach me. They better be dead. How many more? 2 more quest drops. It's not dropping those much, is it? In fact, I find it pretty strange why... Okay, there we go. As I said, I wanna rush this map. I'm just gonna quickly charge up my light and dark buff bar. Okay, let's leave the light for now. Let's charge the dark fully. A little bit of light buff. Some more and let's go. Razor Saw, okay, he's the speedy guy, the drone. the drone, heavy drone boss. I'm gonna go in my corner. Let's do this, do this. the damn poison bow. I forgot to pay attention that he's plague bearer.
Your pack is full.
Let's render. Okay. Zoomies. Finally. It was about time. Now I've got the pet skill I needed. By the way, did I just unlock the final one? I was missing... No, I'm still missing vampirism on this offline version. No, stop feeding the tree. I don't want level 5 tree. What's the time? 11:09. This grind is killing me. I'm really having trouble playing for more than a few hours this Fazir's dungeon. I've only streamed for 1 hour 57 minutes and I already feel bad about playing what I'm doing right now. It's just too repetitive, too boring, too grindy, not rewarding enough. Can't wait for something else to be added to the game. Already feel like out and F4 and stopping for the day, but I'm gonna play for another 40-50 minutes. If only I could stream Magic Legends now. Playing something else definitely made me realize how stagnant Torchlight 3 gets and how stagnant Chaos Bane gets. I'm assuming if I play Magic Legends as much as I've played Warhammer, Chaos Bane and Torchlight 3, it will get boring as well and stagnant, but still, at least there's some new stuff to experiment with there that I still haven't.
Think they made a cutscene for that one?
And it's not that difficult to level up new builds. Gearing up, leveling up spell decks in Magic Legends would be very grindy from what we've seen in videos publicly, not from what I've seen playing the game, but just from what we've seen publicly. The spell pages you get would take a ton of time, so that's something that it's not me revealing something that's not known. It is known that you would need to grind to level up spells. So switching from one deck to another deck, that would require grinding, but switching from one class to another class, you can probably level up a class in a few hours. Probably, if you know how to do it. I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out what gives you more XP as an activity. If only Magic Legends had the good parts of Torchlight 3 and Torchlight 3 had the good parts of Magic Legends. Because, yeah, I'm not a fan of free-to-play games with shitty microtransactions. If Magic Legends was buy-to-play, oh boy, I would be buying it, I would be buying the expansions and the expansions after that and after that. Come on. Okay, that's done. Wow, seeing some heavy FPS drops. Maybe I'm just filling the screen with effects and stuff and you just can't handle everything. I'm wondering if removing the damage numbers would improve the FPS. Probably has nothing to do with it. Come on.
You can't cast that here.
And Rumen Vidyanov is back. Welcome back, Rumen. Nice seeing you again. How have you been? Let's keep going here. The monochrome, let's use it. Alright, maybe I can check my storage now, not storage, inventory. Junk. Ruben says he's fine. Nice to hear that. Nice to hear that. Ruben, did you get into the Magic Legends Alpha? And if yes, what do you think of it? Without providing any specifics, we can't talk in much specifics. Just a general like it, don't like it, etc.
You are overloaded.
If you got into the alpha of Magic Legends and played it. Been wondering, so far most of the people I've talked to do agree with me when we talk inside the game chat about some of the things that just need improvements. So far I've been seeing the majority of the community being kind of united in regards to what the game needs to improve or remove. Yeah, so far things are looking good for Outriders compared to Magic Legends as the game that I'm gonna spend more time playing. With Magic Legends you'll be forcing me to log in every day and ain't nobody got time to log in like a zombie every day in a day, and just so they can get some bullshit rewards. It's just not the right way to treat your player base, to force them to log in every day to not miss out on rewards.
That spell can't be cast.
Oh wow, look at how many. You got some FPS drops now due to fighting so many at once.
Your inventory is full.
Okay, some more. Oh, some more. Can I maybe check if I can get another group here? Yeah, there we go. Green. Let's pull the corpse next to the green.
Your pack is full.
The pet, 6 more seconds. Alright, let's wait for the pet to return.
Your pet is back.
Where was the... Oh, the portal is over there. Okay.
You are overburdened.
I think I've missed a little part of the level here. I'm gonna use this to... I'm gonna get my harmonic form. And energy. Let's get the energy up to the max. I'm stunned. Oh no, I'm silenced. Fuck, they cock-blocked me. Alright, there we go. They cock-blocked me. At least the harmonic form had some more time left. But yeah, for a moment I couldn't choose the proper skill. From all the skills they could silence, it would be Absolver. It would be Venomous Maw. I think that was the one that got silenced, that I kept trying to use.
Your pet has arrived.
Let's see. Uh, 11:23 p.m. Alright, a bit more left today. Let's maybe try our luck with the gear bundles. Maybe something good's gonna come out of the back. Let's do two more contract claims. Okay. One more contract claim. Just those 3 bundles and then let's see what happens next. Okay, Fuzzier time. What have we here? Dividing Essential. No. Wait, what was this dividing one? Dividing Reliquarian. Maybe. Dividing Essential.
You're up to the challenge?
No.
Seen it before.
No. Extreme close-up Gearwalkie. Maybe.
What's that?
It's goblins, so pretty good density. What's Sky doing? Is Sky sleeping? Okay. Oops.
You can't cast that.
Let's keep moving. Where are all the champions in this map? They're probably on a tea break. It's tea time in Goblin Town. There we go. I'm gonna go this way first. Maybe that's a bad idea. The other way first then. Oh, look at those gunners. pet could take some items now.
Can't cast that here.
3 out of 6, 1 out of 6. Okay, now we got 4 out of 6, 3 out of 6. Okay.
You can.
Come on, my harmonic form would end. Come on, come on. Porto. Porto, Porto. And harmonic form ended. I really wanted to enter before harmonic form ends.
Can't cast that. You can't do that. You can't cast that spell here.
If only harmonic form didn't automatically activate, but we had to activate it with a button, or we had an option to toggle on off auto activation or manual activation. I wouldn't mind saving my harmonic form when it's charged up and only activating it when I feel I need it, instead of it automatically activating. I mean, a toggle on off would be nice. Maybe right click here or whatever, somewhere, right click here, and that switches auto activation. Right click again, or left click or whatever, and that toggles manual activation, and then you can only activate it when you feel you need it. Because sometimes it activates right after finishing a fight, and then you don't need it for another few seconds, and by the time you need it, it's either completely ran out, or it's like 1 or 2 seconds only left of that buff.
Your
Okay,
pet has
let's
returned.
do the next one.
I mean, what could go wrong?
Maybe this map. Maybe Nedrim. I wanna do some sort of a skeletons map.
Oh, are you sure?
Come on, give me a good skeleton map. I mean, it's giving me a lot of good goblin maps.
That makes me
On
strangely...
skeletons and zombies. Even if I don't get a good one, I'm gonna do it. That is this one.
This won't hurt much.
This sounds like a skeleton zombie, what's it called, cemetery map. Oh yeah, it is. Nice. Alright. Tablet dropped. Let's see some champs. Oh, and that reminds me. Clearing out the user interface a bit. It's always good. fuck? Right, let's finish killing those gems here. Any other chance? Okay, let's pre-charge harmonic form. Shit, I overdid it. Where is the boss? Where is the boss? My harmonic form is gonna end. This is BS. Oh, now there's the boss. Okay. It was invisible. I forgot I'm doing a map with invisible enemies, so the boss was invisible. So, and another map. I want another map with skeletons.
You're up to
This
the
one was too
challenge?
short.
Oh, that's
Fresh
interesting.
cave, that's not gonna be the one I need. That probably won't be the one I need.
So decisive.
Trying to guess by the name if it's a cemetery layout or not.
You say that now.
Cave definitely doesn't sound like it. Incline of Misery and Magma. Magma? Haunted Tomb, that one. Haunted Tomb would be definitely a cemetery map. Let's exorcise the land. Let's cleanse that tomb. Purge the evil infection. Speaking of purging evil, the Sanctifier class in Magic Legends is very interesting, especially if you play it with a white deck. You will be purging evil much easier in that way. Alright.
You can't do that.
Ah, look at that damage.
Cast that spell here.
That was just me getting Getting like less than half a second inside the AoE field. Like one tick of the AoE field and boom.
Can't cast that here.
Down to 10%, 15% HP.
You can't do that.
Shit, I accidentally used my consecration at the worst possible time.
Use that skill.
Man, that witch spell is super overpowered. And the one that they place on the ground.
You can't cast that here.
Okay, greeny green. And some purps.
You can't cast that.
Ah, come on, why silence my... From all the skills, silence me when I wanna spam every time. How's the quest doing? 6 more barrels of Ember Shine.
You can't use that skill. That spell can't be cast. You can't cast that here. That spell cannot be cast. You can't do that here.
Okay.
You can't cast that. You can't cast that spell here. You can't do that.
What happened? Where are the champs? Okay, some here. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I'm not seeing the yellow one. Oh, there we go. It's invisible. Or maybe she was just landing still.
You are overburdened.
Quickly before it runs out. It ran out. Alright, I just need a charge of my harmonic form and then I can go get the boss. Where did the portal spawn? Fuck. Shit.
Your pack is full.
Is it just me? Oh, I haven't killed the boss. Never mind. the mini boss. I haven't killed the granny. Well, let's go and find her. She's probably here. Oh no, what happened? I think I got body blocked. She's probably here somewhere. There we go.
Cast that spell here. You can't use that skill.
And my harmonic form is almost ready, so let's just prepare. Need two more enemies just to hit them. Those are too many. Okay, two. That's perfect. Okay, there we go. Not getting rewarded, am I? Well, I'm probably gonna do another map. I'm getting hungry. It's 11:46 p.m. It's almost midnight, and I've been getting so burned out on this grind. It's just unbelievable. 10 days of grinding with this hero, trying to get some drops for a few hours every evening. And it's terrible. It refuses to give me the items I need. Even if it just gave me just the Ancient Ember boots, I would have been fine without the Frost Wall, as long as I can just show people, hey, you want to have this skill in this button. Because right now I'm using Luminous Run, but ideally it won't be Luminous Run. Ideally here I would select Imbue Relic. So yeah, the final map of the day. I'm getting very burned out on this terrible repetitive grind in the Fazir dungeon.
What will it be? If you think you can take it.
There aren't any good maps actually. Well, this one. Oh, and this is big one. I'm not gonna do the full map. I'm just gonna rush it. But yeah, that's one of the biggest maps as layouts. Probably the biggest and most time consuming if you decide to clear the whole thing. Which I just don't feel like doing right now. If it was in the beginning of my stream, I wouldn't have minded clearing out Acrid Plains layout fully.
You can't cast that here. You can't do that here.
And this is an easy quest, just kill Kyrite. No no other bullshit. Kill enemies, get the kill count, go to the boss. Actually, it's not even a count, it's just percent, which obviously has a counter somewhere at the back end. Okay, some more champy champs. Oh.
You can't cast that.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't prepare my harmonic form. now I'm not gonna have all that damage boost. Well, rip my damage. And I didn't charge up my energy either. Okay, let's prepare harmonic form. And now he has the poison balls out now. Could have bursted him in a few seconds if I had prepared my harmonic form and energy for this fight. Let's see, I'm gonna open the pet cage as well, although I don't need any skills right now. Just need vampirism, but I don't really need it. It's just that I haven't invoked vampirism. No. Junk. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight from me. It's 11:52 p.m. This little creature here needs to get some extra food. He needs to get his medicine. Although he's still sleepy, I need to go and get food myself. Keep it cool, Struckwell. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube and on Twitch. Yet again, until next time, and goodbye.
Your pet has arrived.